What's up, everybody? That time of the day, that time of the week, that time of the month.
It is. I don't know.
You listen to the good,
The band.
the ugly. I'm Big Papa.
And I'm Jeff.
And we have a great show for you today.
Yes.
At least we got the music into it this time.
I know.
What the frig last
Great.
week? Holy shit. That was bad.
It was.
How are you, Hefe?
Oh, wonderful. And yourself?
Oh, just dandy.
See?
Everything going good for you?
Oh. Aces.
Aces?
Aces.
Speaking of ace,
Uh-huh.
did you see what's going on right now
I
with
did.
the world of music?
I did.
Not going to say particulars, but
No,
I am going to say
no.
this. For bands that have original members who didn't give a shit about the band when they left, or the state of the band when they left,
Right.
and then that band moved on
Mm-hmm.
and started crushing it,
Yeah.
do they have the right to start whining about it years later and doing everything they can to put a effing wrench right in the works?
Yeah. I'm not.
That's my question. So I'm going to ask that question to you guys. Send in emails and send a whole bunch of stuff. And then I probably was kicked off of the friend group of
group?
that original band because
Yeah.
I told the original band member to go F himself for being such a dick.
Huh.
So,
Even better.
yeah. So, but I'm not afraid to piss off
No.
people. So,
No.
but that's my thought. I mean, stop monkeying with the stuff that's in
Yeah.
the works. Let people make a living. Let people do
What they want
good
to do.
things, and let the crowd enjoy the music.
Exactly.
You should be proud that someone wants to keep your legacy going.
If you can't tour, then let somebody else
Yeah,
carry on.
that's
your...
right. If you can't find a
can't
way out of your
physically-
depends, I mean, what if it's not my problem?
Oh,
Bastards.
man.
Anyways,
This is going to be fun.
no, I am going to stop talking about it now because we
Okay.
have a lovely guest that we have coming on who
We
is
do.
crushing it in the field of managing and just making dreams come true for all these tribute bands and we're just so excited to have her on. So I'm not even going to get into what it is or what she does.
We'll let her tell the
We're gonna
story.
have- so please welcome to the show, Concetta Ellis. Bum, bum, bum. And there she is. Hi there.
Hi.
How are
Yeah,
you?
We can
Welcome
see.
to California.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, we should show the
Well,
outside of
I was
our.
going to say welcome to New York.
Yeah, we're gray is our favorite color
Yes.
because that's the
Aw.
color of everything.
It is. It really
We're having a
Sky,
beautiful day.
say sky,
sky, yes,
road,
yes,
grass.
yeah.
It's all.
Somebody used to call it when we were looking for a band name. They said you guys should be called Cement Sky.
Yeah.
Because that's all that you have to bring to this area is everybody's cars. It's just like it's like war-torn Moscow.
Well, I have to
it's-
say, when I've been to New York, it's been beautiful.
Yeah, well,
Did you come up in the fall?
I think
I
she
have
was
been
in Niagara
the fall,
Falls.
Oh,
the
there you go.
winter, and the summer.
Really?
Oh, all right.
Yes,
On purpose. Okay.
All right.
yes.
Well,
And you were in Niagara Falls?
I've also been in Niagara Falls. That's another time, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was one day of rain. All the other days was absolutely beautiful.
See, so what we're gonna say is Buffalo's a great city.
yes.
Albany's a great city.
Yeah.
Saratoga, New York City, White Plains, Syracuse, not so much.
And she
That's
came
where you are,
and she came up here on her own, so we have
It's
to
the
might have
armpit.
to question her mental state.
Stability.
I might
yes.
bring you good weather.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Come on
Yes.
I might bring the sunshine.
Come on up.
Is that a song? I think that's a song.
It might be.
You make the sunshine.
You make the sunshine.
Yeah, something like that. Conchetta, thank you so much for doing the show. Give us a brief description of what it is your business does, your main business, because I know you've got your hands on just about everything to do with the music business. But tell us your main focus.
So first of all, thank you for having me. Very much appreciated.
Of course.
You're welcome.
I do pretty much everything. And I think that's why I'm sought out in this music world. I don't just stick to booking. I believe in promoting the band. I believe in flyers. I believe in just being part of the team and doing whatever I can to help them be successful. I'm not a person behind the desk just to make sure you're getting booked. I do everything. I wear a lot of hats in this business.
How many bands do you have in your corral right now?
Well, I wish I would have counted that. before you
Give
asked
us
me
a
that
30,000
question.
foot view.
Yeah.
Well, so with my Chin Chin Entertainment, I probably have, I'm guessing, about a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also work with Avenue of the Stars Entertainment, and we probably have close to 100.
Wow.
And yet, you and I aren't any part of that.
No, we're not.
We suck.
Yep, we're done. Great interview. Thanks for being
here. I
here.
think she should just manage the podcast, and she could get us the guests.
Oh
yeah.
Well, I kind of thought of that. I was thinking of that today. I'm saying maybe once a month or maybe once a week we do something special with Chin Chin Entertainment.
I love that.
Wheels
idea.
are turning.
The wheels are turning, and usually they fall off. But not if
No.
yeah.
Right.
The wheels
You
on the
are
bus
funny.
keep falling off.
Yeah, the wheels will fall.
But yes, you know what? That would be a great thing, and we would love to entertain that. So I'm writing this down
Another
because
thought. That's
you know,
another thing
Jeff,
I'm always
that's
grading.
it's a verbal contract in New York State when it's said. So
What time?
6 minutes 28 seconds.
All right.
We'll just verbal contract 6:28.
Yep.
And hypothetically, what kind of monetization would that?
Right.
Just kidding.
You
So
guys are funny.
so you have the artists that come to you. Do they have to be? Do they have to look like who they're representing? Is that? I mean, are you going after authentic?
Yes.
Okay.
I turn down a lot of people.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It is very, very important. Now, there are going to be some little slights, but you got to at least give me something that, like, for instance, when our son turned 16 years old, way back, he loves Kiss. And I thought, I'm going to surprise him with the Kiss band. Now, do I surprise him with the Kiss band without makeup? Or do I surprise him with the Kiss band that's wearing makeup?
Okay.
I would hope most people, I would say 90% of the people out there want to see the makeup. They
Right.
want to see the costume. That's one of the hugest things about Kiss, what we all liked back in the day.
Right.
And of course, the music part of it, yes, they also have to sound like the record.
Mhm.
So I do want the whole package. I don't want sloppiness.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I was talking about this with another band recently that we've put together. And it's really important to me, even if you're brand new, there's no excuse for you hitting that stage for the first time saying, oh, we did a great job for the first time. I don't want it to be that. I want it to be, it's the greatest because you are the greatest, not because it's the first time. You are
Right,
great.
right.
As soon as your foot steps on that stage, it's going to be a great show. I expect everyone that pays that ticket that they're going to get a great show for that. Yeah, it's important to me that everybody's happy when they go to those shows. I've been complimented for all my shows. I've never had anybody tell me what a horrible show. I've been very successful with my shows that way.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So, what are your feelings on the bands that look nothing like them, but they play just spot on?
They are not, to me, a tribute band, because to me, well, you can say I'm doing a tribute of their music, but to literally call yourself a tribute band, I truly believe you should have the whole package.
Okay. Because if you take a band like Atomic Punk,
Yeah.
they
Yes, we know them. The singer tries to look like him.
don't. Right.
They
But not
really
everybody.
are, yes.
But not everybody tries to be.
Yes, so that's another question.
Yeah.
Are we really focusing on the drummer, or are we focusing on Eddie Van Halen and David Lee Roth show?
Right.
Yeah.
Most of us are focusing on those two members.
Mhm.
Now, if you can have the front three, which you know is Unchained
Yes.
Right.
on your end in New York,
Right.
they have a good front. So does Van Halen. They have a good front. All three people in the front, including their drummer, all try to look like the full band.
Mhm.
Van Halen is from California.
Fan.
There are some
fan.
there are some Van Halen bands out there. I do hear you, where it may just be the lead singer, but I do like. There's enough Van Halens out there to pick where they're all dressed up and looking like.
Who was the tribute band? What are they called? With Zoltar. What is his name?
Zoltan, the drummer.
Zoltan, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite guy.
I'm not sure where you're going with that
What
one.
was
I
the
would
name
say
of the-
Journey would be a good comparison to the subject, because
Okay.
Yes.
I really focus on the Journey show. It's one of my biggest shows, and I'm not going to say names because there's no reason to put other bands down.
No.
Right.
But there are bands that look nothing like Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, and like you said, is the sound. And then you have one that looks like Loverboy, looks nothing like Steve Perry.
Right.
And then there's a lead singer that was questioned by the buyer. All we ask you to do is wear a tuxedo like Steve Perry did. And he refused to wear the tux, so they didn't hire the band.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
I'm wearing a tux then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear the tux.
Now,
What do you call that jacket? The long tail jacket.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
It's a tux with
it's
tails.
It's a tux with tails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
So
gonna
it is
wear the
important to
jacket.
the buyer that they get that look.
What's the most obscure, like, holy cow, I can't believe they even have somebody doing this? I mean, what's the most obscure artist you have that you wouldn't think that they still had? You know, the Rat Pack is still out there because there's still audiences that love every member of the
that's
Rat
different.
Pack. You know what I mean? But is there anybody else out there that you're like, oh, we even have a,
I think it's funny when there's tributes to something that doesn't have a big audience, and then they want me to sell their tribute band. I can't sell a tribute for a band that's not even
right.
huge. You know,
Yeah.
They might have been big in the 80s in LA, but they really weren't big all over the place.
Right,
You know?
right.
And I actually have bands that come up to me with that tribute. I'm like, how am I going to sell tickets for that kind of show?
Zig Zig
just
Sputnik
can't.
tribute band that had one hit and it was,
Yeah.
right.
It'd be like Zebra. Now,
Okay.
Zebra would be a great example.
Yeah.
They're big to a certain point, but do you really have a tribute to Zebra? Zebra's still touring.
Yes.
That's another thing too, even with Journey. I mean, the band's still touring.
Right.
Right.
Just so happens Journey's music is so popular, that we can fill in other venues that are looking for Journey music. But Zebra, why would someone have a tribute band to Zebra?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
Plus, who can sing like Randy Jackson?
Who can sing like Randy Jackson?
That's his name.
Oh, the new guy.
The lead singer for Zebra. That's his name.
For Zebra. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? I thought we were talking about Journey.
No.
Yeah,
she had
we were
mentioned
back on Zebra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And I'm not putting Zebra down at all.
Right.
I mean, I respect them and their music. I'm just saying demographic wise,
Sure.
it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Understood.
Yes.
Interesting.
Did that
So,
kind of answer your question?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. No, that was spot on.
Because sometimes things kind of go over my head.
Okay.
Things go over my head too. Trust me, and that's why Jeff is here. Jeff is like the fact finder, and he comes up with the stuff. And I'm just the good looks.
I'm
That's
like
it.
his.
Thank God for Google too, for Fact Finder.
That's right.
No, thank God for
Well,
me.
maybe not necessarily sometimes.
No. Thank God for me sitting in my room when I was 16 reading lyric sheets and who produced what and
And he does too.
You're
'cause-
like my son. My son was like that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
yeah, but your son has a life now.
Right.
Well,
We're sitting in a basement talking on the internet.
he has a life. Mike has a life. Or Jeff has a life. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Just
mean,
being nice.
I know, and I
Just
appreciate
being
that.
nice. I'm just saying.
I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
She's a good girl.
Yeah. Good. But anyways, so people are coming to you. You're so big right now that you don't need to go look for them, or when you come up with something, let's
I
say
am beyond busy.
one of your artists kind of screws up, and you're not going to represent them for a while.
Screws up how?
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't wear a jacket.
Breach a contract.
Yeah.
And books a gig without you doing it or something,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you have to
There's a
find.
breach of contract and they don't stick to that, I have a huge problem
Right.
with that. Yes.
So now all of a
I'm a
sudden,
girl. I stick to my word.
so now you need a new. Let's spitball a new Van Halen cover band or something.
They're out there. I'll find them.
So let's say
There's not
somebody
a-
from upstate New York calls you. Is that it now? You use them forever, or you say, well, I'll use you on the East Coast, I'll use this one on the West Coast, or are you just going to go all
I
in?
kind of do that with the Rod Stewart show.
Okay.
I have, if financially wise, yes,
Mhm.
that works. Or what I do too is, for instance, going back to my Journey band, I created a Peter Frampton show with that. So I used the same band, except for the Journey singer, and we create a Frampton show before the Journey show, which is feasible too. So now I have 2 shows built into one.
And you're touring with that.
And that's a good package.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Yes, it's a great show. It's very successful.
And
Very proud of that
and you'll be
show.
in upstate New York, Central New York.
Yes, no, that one they just hired the Journey show, but I'm trying to route the Peter Frampton Journey show, and I've been trying to route it since I've talked to you. But there's so many journeys, it's so saturated, and they're playing everywhere.
Yeah.
Is that your most oversaturated band? Is the Journey? Is that what you find?
That one, Led Zeppelin, is saturated.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, there's another one.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a second.
Van Halen's becoming that way too,
Mhm.
but the ones I have stick out. They're good.
Okay.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Just like the Journey. The one I have, I'm very happy with. I know there's Hugo back in where you live. He's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I believe our show and his show are pretty much even kill.
Okay.
I believe they're probably the top 2 in the United States.
I can't say of a Peter Frampton band that
I can't
we know
either.
anything around here, and I think
No.
that's a great.
This Peter, it is fan. I became a Peter Frampton fan from the show. I mean, I love Peter Frampton put it together, but I became more of a fan of buying more of his music that I didn't know.
Now, I'm going to ask you,
Even better.
is your love for the Peter Frampton band skewed a little because of your relationship with the band, or
no? I truly believed in this show. I put it together. I believed this would be successful because I had the product for it.
that's awesome.
Yes.
Because I've seen the footage.
No one has a
and
Peter
it's
Frampton like I have.
it's awesome. No, it is awesome. It's
And it's energetic. Have you seen my videos for it?
sure,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
We're stalkers.
Oh,
I mean, we
well,
do
is
research.
Is it not energetic? Is he not fantastic?
He's fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
He gets the crowd going. He's
Yeah.
singing. He's
Yes.
doing the whole. Yes, that's.
Yes.
Believe me, for our listeners, if you
yeah.
see this stuff coming
Please.
through, hopefully we can
Go.
see stuff coming through Syracuse.
Definitely go check it out.
Yes, you have to. I don't know if you called that venue I
You
told
guys
you.
have a double whammy. Peter Frampton and Journey together. Call me.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Jim, at Sharky's Event Center?
Right.
Sharky's Event. You know what we forgot to do?
We'll get there.
I'm going to say it now. Ultimate Ears. Ultimate Ears. We're at the Ultimate Ears studio.
yes,
we are the
we
Ultimate
are.
Ears studio. I forgot to say that. We're supposed to say
are.
that 1,000 times a show. Because, we are endorsed artists. Did I mention Ultimate Ears in my ear right now?
You may.
You can hear
You
your
may
own
have
tears
tears.
with Ultimate Ears.
With Ultimate Ears.
I am going to. They are
And
going to.
only from the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's right.
There you go.
And the good, the band, and the ugly.
Them too.
Yeah, them too.
The bad, the ugly.
Yeah,
There
we
you
don't want to
go.
get sued by
No.
Clint Eastwood.
He's too old. He wouldn't remember.
No, he would.
I'm reading it and I was still saying it wrong. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, thank you for getting it, because not
Yes.
everybody does.
No.
We were pretty clever with that one.
I think so.
Yes.
I love it.
Now some
Good. Thank
some
you.
goofballs up in Canada
They're
just
trying it.
started a band called The Good, the Band, and the Ugly,
Great.
and reached out, said, "Hey, do you mind?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do,"
Yeah, kind of
because
do.
we own trademark on that.
Right.
So
Yeah, then absolutely, yes.
let's sue them.
We do mind.
We could be like the Guess Who or that other band.
That
And where do we get our ultimate ears? From the good,
From
the band,
and
and,
the
the
ugly.
ugly.
That's right, because we are endorsed ambassadors,
Yes.
and we can get you a discount on
for
the
your Ultimate Ears.
Yes. And
Awesome.
and remember, what can you do with Ultimate Ears?
You can hear your own tears.
You could hear your own tears. They're so good.
You can.
They'll lose their shit if someday
I
somebody
know.
adapts that slogan.
That's going to be
They're
great.
going to be like, "Will you stop saying that? That's not our slogan."
It is now.
It is now. It's starting to be catchy. So
So was the flu.
you've got people coming to you. How often do you have to
Say no.
say no? I mean, there must be
lot.
like you said, a million Journey bands. But what's the one that caught your eye and you went, wow, I don't have a Elizabeth Taylor, or I don't have
a Cheap Trick, or I don't have a.
So just recently, a Barbara Streisand caught my eye.
That's what was in my head when Elizabeth Taylor's name came out. It was completely wrong, but yeah, Barbara Streisand. Okay. And
her whole package just blew me away, and there's somebody else too. She's got the look, personality, the way she talks to the people, and she can sing. I mean, she's just the full-on package. And her name is Sharon Owens. And we have her Avenue of the Stars Entertainment, partnering with Live Nation, doing a show down in San Diego this year.
Cool.
And I think I'm going to be routing her myself here coming up in Santa Barbara.
Nice.
Oh.
Yes.
See, so if you look like an artist and you can sing or play or just think about,
well, that leaves us out.
Well, yeah, no. If suddenly somebody gets hit by a bus or something, they could look like one of the two of us. It'd be great. How do you do a Def Leppard tribute band?
I don't even want to
Let's not go there. I'm just saying.
Let's not.
Yeah, there's a lot of those out there.
And there are a lot of those out there.
Just gotta put your arm behind your back.
Stop it.
Just saying.
Be polite.
People know that I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Just drum like this. I mean,
Jeez.
Do you find more corporate gigs, or do you find more big venue stuff? Or do you?
Not as much corporate, more theaters.
Okay.
Oh.
Performing arts centers.
Yeah.
Yes.
See,
that's mostly in the summer. As you know, we're doing the festival in Niagara Falls, so we do fairs and festivals in the summertime. But I would say the performing arts center seems to be the go-to. And I love, for me, Concetta.
Yeah.
I love promoting shows in old theaters. I just love the history and being in there and hearing all about their theater.
Yeah.
What got you into doing this in the first place?
That's a good question, Jeff.
So
Thanks.
My first opportunity was when I was 15 and a half years old. And that was like back in 1979, 80. My father worked as a side job at the LA Sports Arena with crowd management. He was very good friends with the owner. And my uncle ran the ticket box office for the LA Sports Arena and the Coliseum. Nice. And so I became an usherette at 15 and a half years old. And I was able to sit the celebrities and the people in the band, their VIP section and first row. So I had a pretty exciting job at 15 and a half. Mm-hmm. I remember Styx. Back in the days, concerts were much different than today.
Yes.
Back then,
yeah, they were.
It was the Styx were playing 5 nights in a row at the LA Sports Arena. Van Halen was playing, 6 nights in a row at the LA Sports Arena. And I got to work all those concerts every single night. Walk through the backstage and see some of them with their little babies in the backstage. And, we had some fun stories to tell.
Those were their dates, actually.
What's that?
Some of those girls were their dates. They weren't their kids, from what we've been told.
Well, some of those, yes, but some actually had families going on with playpens in the backstage. Right. I remember, and that was Styx. Yes,
that's cool.
And with the Cars, I remember I was so excited to see the Cars, and I was at my position, and everybody had already been seated. I had done my job basically. And one of my usherette friends from high school, I had a few of my friends that I brought into the job with me, so that was another thing that was fun. And I remember dancing, and we're dancing to the Cars, and my boss came over. You girls cannot do that on the job. And we're like, well, why not?
Right.
That was the best job. That was so much fun. The Who, Bruce Springsteen, I saw them all.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yes. So that got me excited. So I did that for a few years. And I've always loved music back in the day, dancing and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't a band follower, though. I wasn't a groupie, never was that kind of person. I was there just to be out with my friends. That was it. Never paid attention who was playing on the stage. I'm away from concerts. I'm just talking about going out.
Right.
And then one day this person came into my life in 1990, and it turned out he's a guitar player. And then a whole nother thing opened up, and he wanted me to be his manager, and he was on the cusp of getting a record deal in Florida, and we moved to Florida. And he was recording at Julio Iglesias' studio down in Miami.
Oh, wow.
We're flying to New York, and I remember seeing Skid Row at the airport, and they were wishing our band good luck, you know. And then all of a sudden, in the '90s, that music came in, and it just kind of took his melodic rock and just kind of went.
Yep. Yeah. Put a cap on it.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
Not a fan.
But,
yeah, we're not fans. We're not fans of the '90s
not
music.
Real big fans.
Because we're '80s
yes.
people.
No.
So.
Yes, I know. I'm more of a '70s girl. I love '70s music.
As do I. But...
Yeah, as do I. I mean, I grew up cutting my teeth with Cream and Black Sabbath and Zeppelin and
Deep Purple.
Deep Purple. Oh God, yes. You know. So yeah.
Yeah, and I was the disc. I liked disco, you know, but then.
Okay.
But I liked Rod Stewart, Van Halen. My first concert was Ted Nugent, and
Nice.
Uncle Ted.
I could just go on and on. Have a lot of fun memories.
Well, you grew up in the right part of
did.
the world for
I
the
did.
'80s music.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Bob.
Bob.
Drum, rap, Magic Arrow. Wow. Magic Arrow.
Uh-huh.
We told him the same thing.
Yeah.
He was the pasty rep
Yeah.
at the perfect time when Motley Crue, Poison, Rat,
All those guys,
those guys, and he was the cymbal rep.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, you were perfectly placed in California as a cymbal rep when all these people are coming out of LA. I mean, that's the best time to be
Yeah.
in that
Yes.
position you're at. So
Yes.
believe me, I would have
And
loved.
we've opened up for them. Jeff was doing his original stuff. We left Florida, came back, and he started doing original music on his own. And I started managing that show and opening up for Rat and all those people coming through California.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's why she needs to manage the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, okay. Where are you going with this?
6 minutes and 28 seconds was the verbal
Written,
contract.
yes.
I'm just
Yes.
saying we have to refer to that.
Well, I gave you a shout out today on social media too.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'll do
Yes,
it
I
again.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for doing
I should
that.
have done it before though. I've been so busy that I've been slammed.
This will be
Yes.
2 weeks out.
Yeah.
2 weeks out. So in two
In
two
2
Mondays,
weeks.
a Monday and like a week and a half, really.
Yeah.
This will be aired. So
Okay, cool.
so we've got time to promote the heck out of it.
awesome.
You know, you
Very
mentioned
cool.
flyers, and
I know.
Yes.
it's so,
know.
you know what? It's making its comeback. Not everything's got to be social media.
Right.
No, and I have a story about flyers.
Oh, do tell.
Bring it.
So I am creative. Now, am I the best? Heck no. There's people out there that are very much into graphics and everything. But do I love it? Yes. So I love to create and do it. And I stand out there. And if I'm promoting a show and maybe I feel I'm down 100 seats and I need to get that come up, I take those flyers and I stand out in that street and I pass them out. And I've sold out my shows by doing that. And I've asked band members, and these are my friends, to please pass these flyers out. Help me. And they tell me no, it's beneath them.
For their own
I
gig.
Oh, for their own show.
I have a problem with that.
Well,
Get
yeah.
over your egos, people.
As you should.
Be part of the team
Mhm.
and go out there and pass out some flyers and introduce yourself and invite people to your show.
We used to have a guy here.
I was going into it. That was the segue. No, wait, we could say it because
Okay.
he's in California.
Oh, you're
so
right.
he
Well, I was-
runs the Rainbow, the Bar and Grill. Okay.
Oh, my son knows those people.
So
over there,
Nick
yes.
Nick Fuco, if you're listening, this is your shout out from your good friend Big Dummy, as he calls me.
Yep.
And even first words out of his mouth were at the show at just Metal Allegiance show
Yeah.
during NAMM. And all of a sudden, in the crowd, I hear Big Dummy. I'm like, turn,
Yep.
there he is. And doesn't he have flyers for his show
back
in his pocket? He
Very good.
always had flyers for his shows. He does
Good for him.
he looks just like Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
I don't know,
He does an Alice Cooper tribute.
tribute out there, and they
Yeah.
crush it. But I mean, if you look
Which
at the
one
guy,
is that? I wonder.
Oh, I used to know the name of it.
You could Google it, I'll bet.
I could.
Meh.
But that would be
We'll
rude.
get you that. But yeah, I mean, to look at him, he's always looked like him, but now that he's aged and Alice Cooper's aged.
Yeah, they're kind of the same.
This is funny that you say this because years ago when I was, we'll just say 19, 20, and I had a fake ID.
40.
And I was at the Rainbow.
Yeah.
And I was with my girlfriends, and I saw this man checking me out, and he looked like Alice Cooper. And I actually thought it was Alice Cooper, but maybe it was your friend.
It probably was.
probably was.
It probably was. Nick's been out there for a long time.
Yep.
It might have been him, but that would have been like 1983, 84.
I doubt it.
No.
Okay, if that wasn't him, then it was
Yeah.
Alice. Then it was Alice.
Then it was Alice
Yeah.
Cooper.
It was him. So that's pretty darn cool.
Right.
There you go.
That's your story, and we're sticking to it.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes.
Damn you, Alice. Yeah, we'll give you his information.
Yeah.
Because although he doesn't sound like him as much, well, he's gotten better.
He's gotten better.
Yeah.
I know my son's friends from Faster Pussycat. They do the backyard party over there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have a
well,
good time with that
they've got
show.
their tribute, or they've got their anniversary coming up. Was it the 50th
Yes.
anniversary? So they've got that whole parking lot party going on.
Yes, exactly.
Faster Pussycat. I think Nick was telling me the Bullet Boys.
Yeah.
Nick was a businessman like yourself. He always had something going on, and he started when we didn't have festivals out here yet. He would do what he called 100 kegger, and he would get 100 kegs of beer out of big beer trucks, rent out a campsite near on some remote lake, and sell the tent. Let people tent there, and he would have 2 or 3 days worth of music.
Yep.
It was there was never a problem.
No.
Ever. And he'd have
No.
40, 50 bands playing at this thing. There was never everybody was just being cool.
Yeah.
And he still, to this day, he has what he calls Nick Stock here in upstate New York and or central New York.
Yep.
And Jeff and I have been asked our band to play for it. And I guess Bullet Boys are going to be coming out. So we'll be opening up for
Oh,
them.
very cool. I have a picture with Bullet Boys from back in the day.
Our good friend,
Did Mark have blonde hair then?
No, he had dark hair.
Okay.
And it was only Mark. He had 3 young men playing with him that day. That was at Rocklahoma.
okay.
But we played with him
Yes.
before another show.
Yep.
Yes.
Our good friend who passed away used to be the drummer for the Bullet Boys, Robbie Karras. So, and it was Robbie's birthday a couple of days ago. So happy birthday, Robbie.
Oh.
Look it up to you. But yeah, he was like one of the guys that left the Syracuse area and made it big by started with Marshall Tucker, and then he went to the Bullet Boys. He
cool.
kicked its ass. So. But yeah, so this guy did the same thing. Flyers every day, and then you'd go out. You knew if Nick was at a venue that you just left because every windshield would have these little flyers about that big
That's what I do. I do little flyers like that.
Yep.
everywhere.
Something you can fit in your
Same
pocket
thing.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But he put
Yes.
them on the windshield wiper. And when you got in your car, if you didn't see it, well, you saw it when you sat down in your car because it was there.
Yeah, or you turned your wipers on and
turned
this
your
thing
wipers
Yes,
on
you
and
put
stuck
your
to your
wipers on.
Yeah.
But every day, hey, Big W, coming to the kegger? Yeah, here,
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
these
Yes.
out. He'd hand me like 10
Pass
of them.
these out.
Yes. It's important. People know.
Yes.
People know. Flyers do work, people. Yes, they do.
Yep.
Going old school is the way to go nowadays.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
Yeah.
because you catch them off guard. How many times do you see you've been invited to something on Facebook and you go, yeah, whatever. You just blow it up because it's the norm.
Well, you probably get a lot. I get a lot, so you just don't have time to look at
Right,
them all.
right.
Yes.
Or this person has invited you to follow this band, or this person invited you to follow
Yes.
this venue. And
Yes.
after a while, unfortunately, they all blend together.
Yep.
And we try to stick out. And I know our followers are probably like, oh my God, we get it. Every Monday,
However,
we get it.
It's every
Stop
Monday.
sending stuff. But you've got it. You almost have to make it a habit.
yes.
You have to promote. You have to promote and market yourself.
Yeah. And you
do.
can't skip.
That's
you
how
have
I made it.
you have these venues. You have these venues that
You
like,
market yourself.
every Friday we have live music, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks in a row they're like, maybe not. Once you break that cycle and your customer says, oh, it's not all the time. Oh, I can look somewhere else.
Yeah.
You might have lost them for life. So you just have to keep
It's
doing
very
exactly
important
what
you
you're doing.
guys keep your brand out there every day saying something on your social media.
People are getting sick of how many times they see us wear the shirt or pass out the business card.
Yep.
Or it's like, it's a
pretty soon they're going to want to buy them if you're not selling them yet.
We're trying to just get it out there. So we're paying for them ourselves at this point. Our sponsors. I don't want to say.
Yeah.
We have sponsors and we do well. And people know this about us, that know us personally. But Jeff and I, we have good jobs during the day, and we make pretty lucrative living.
Yeah.
And to us, this is a passion. This is passion, and it's a financially rewarding, passionate hobby, a paying hobby, kind of like the band.
Yes.
So, and we do this for the people that listen to the show on a regular basis. So
yes, and you guys are enjoying what you're doing, and same with me. I'm up.
Yes.
I mean, I probably sleep on average 4 to 5 hours. No lie. I am in bed with my phone, making flyers also on my phone and making sure I got those stories going out. I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm tired, but I love it. I love what I do.
People ask us, they're like, okay, so Monday and Tuesdays you record your show. Wednesdays you're doing editing and stuff. Friday and Saturdays you guys try to go out and see the shows.
Yeah.
Thursdays are usually a day for rehearsal for your band. When do you have time? What do you mean? This is like nothing. This is what we crave. This is what we love to do.
Yes.
For our listeners.
I mean, look, we never thought we'd make it to a season 2, but here we are.
We knew we'd make it. We didn't know that we would all of a sudden have an average of 2,000 to 3,000 people per episode, and it's.
I thought you were going to say 2 to 3.
2 to 3 people.
No,
trust me.
No, she's right. 2 to 3 people. Unfortunately,
it's doing a lot better than the band did.
Right. That only had 1.
Yeah. Hey, leave my mom out of this.
Oh, sorry.
And my mom too.
My mom shares every post.
She does.
And Mom, I know you're listening because you listen to the show, but my mother shares every post that the podcast puts out, which is great. But she has like 12 followers, and like 11 of them are family members. Yeah. And it's like, Mom, everybody gets it.
Everybody in the family
But I
knows.
can't. How can I say don't
Stop.
share? You know. Or,
no, thank God she does that. My mother is my biggest fan too.
Yeah.
My biggest fan. She writes on all my things and shares it with her friends too.
Yes, and God bless my mother, because she came to every one of our shows that we played. Every single show, whether it was a big venue with 5,000 people or it was some dumb little podunk bar with 5 people. And that included.
And that is my parents too. So my dad's going to be 89, and he had a stroke last year, and he made sure he was just at one of my shows with Marco Mendoza.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So, and we have to mention Marco.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
That was a
goosebump moment.
Yep.
Marco, every time we talk about something, he's like, look,
goosebump
moment. Love Marco. So Marco, we love you, man.
Yep. If you're listening.
Yes, Marco is fantastic. He's a great human being.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful he believed in me. And at first I told him no. And he says, no, he goes, I really want you to book me. And I'm so happy I am booking him. And now he has me booking him with Graham Bonnet this year.
Nice.
And I just booked them a show at the Coach House, and I booked them a show out in Florida. And I have some other, and they're going to be playing up Central California. Anyway, I have some other places.
How about New York?
But September's my month with them.
How about East Coast?
How about
East
New
Coast?
York?
Come on.
Yes, so that's my plan. I have them going to Florida, and my plan is to route them from Florida to New York.
Okay.
Well,
not just New York City.
Let's
come up further into the central area.
Into the mid area.
Into the armpit. I mean, into central New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I told
we'll just cover it. We'll cover the whole state.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder who's managing Ben.
I don't know.
Ben Morrow.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I know Ben is probably managing Ben, but still.
Right. Ben manages Ben.
Yes. So if you have listeners out there in New York, I have Graham Bonnet for you people with Marco Mendoza opening up.
There you go.
Call me.
Hey, Jim.
Call me.
Jim at Sharky's Event Center.
Yep. Hey, Jim.
What time of year is that going to be?
September.
Oh, we might be getting back into see, summertime, a lot of outdoor venues, and then fall for us, the bigger venues, bigger indoor venues start firing back up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they'll kind of take a back seat, or they'll team up with some of the outdoor venues and say, all right, you guys get the summer, we'll get the fall and winter, and everybody's happy.
Let's get them into Daryl's house, too. Daryl's house is a good place to put them.
Oh, I forgot about Daryl's house, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
Want to write it down?
Would you?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's get Journey Frampton at Daryl's house.
Okay.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, hint, hint. Yeah, because Daryl's house is near here.
Where?
You would have to- no.
New York City?
It's in between the
White
two.
Plains? Hudson Valley?
Yes, I think so. Honestly, I think so.
That's
How are
upstate.
you out there with country folk? Do you have country music?
Oh, gosh,
popular?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, country's huge out here.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yes.
That's good to know.
What do you got?
I have a brand new Glenn Campbell show.
Okay.
Are you guys Glenn Campbell fans?
The soup guy?
No.
No.
No. My
Wichita woman.
Yeah, Richard.
I know.
Oh,
I'm only
Wichita.
kidding.
Hello.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have him and Kenny Rogers together.
I saw your Kenny Rogers. He looks pretty damn close to Kenny Rogers.
Isn't he great?
I think he looks more like Kenny Rogers than Kenny does now.
Well, Kenny,
Kenny's-
yes, after the plastic surgery, but before that,
Yes.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. I don't.
Kenny Rogers looks like he could be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He's got more. It's like, if you could see my forehead wrinkle right now, you would see I was surprised. Yeah. Shut up.
well, I definitely have. I need to do that.
Not you. I'm talking about
No,
Kenny.
but I should. So,
You're gonna.
I also have what you guys might like is I have just signed on Rudy Parris, and Rudy Parris is from The Voice, the show The Voice.
Yes.
And he's been on 22 episodes of The Voice, or he was. This was in the past. And he is very well known in the country world. He played with Merle Haggard III
Okay.
band, and also he was one of the members of the Buckaroos.
Oh.
And if you know anything about country, look up
Nope.
the Buckaroos. But he's doing a tribute to Merle Haggard, and he's got one of the original.
Yeah.
He's got Norm from
Oh. Okay.
the Merle Haggard
Merle
band
Haggard,
in his
yeah.
band.
I grew up on country.
Who was the
Did
drummer?
Did you?
Yeah.
Didn't we have a drummer that was good, that's going to be on the show that was drumming for Merle Haggard?
No, I think it was Travis Tritt.
Was it Travis?
Yes.
I thought he was Merle Haggard as well.
And by the way, you realize Kenny Rogers has been gone for 4 years now.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying he probably still hasn't aged.
God.
Shut up.
Why do I sit here every day?
I told you you're the
I am.
you're the spec guy,
I am.
and I am just here for the humor and the good looks.
I'm his Eddie Trunk.
Yeah.
You are. Well, you could be Eddie Trunk's younger brother.
Yeah. Tree trunk.
Yeah, tree trunk.
No, I could see that, and I see a little Michael Anthony in you.
Wow. I like her even more.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
she was talking
But-
about a prison movie.
But
She saw a little
I
Michael
don't-
Anthony in you.
the one thing I don't have is his hot sauce. So
Oh,
He doesn't get the compliments. You're making his ego so puffed up right now. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate everything she just said.
Yeah, you're going to hang on to that, too. He's going to go home tonight. He's going to be like, hey, my wife doesn't even compliment me this month. This is wonderful.
Hey, babe, you're sleeping with Michael Anthony.
You're sleeping with Junior Trunk. You're sleeping with Tree Trunk
Junior
tonight.
Trunk.
Yeah. That's okay.
Travel Trunk.
Travel trunk.
Yeah, that's you. Unbelievable.
so did you two?
Anyhow.
Are you two in a band together? Is that what you were telling me?
We
that
are.
You guys play
Yes.
in a band?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the name of your band?
Jim and the Kazoos. We just play kazoo music.
Are you being funny?
Yes.
I play acoustic. He plays the kazoo.
No, we are in a band called Side Effect. Which,
Effect.
yes, with an A.
Okay.
It's a play on the word effect.
Yeah.
May cause drowsiness,
May cause drowsiness, blurred vision,
pregnancy.
pregnancy.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to go there.
No.
I don't.
No, we don't. Been there, done that. Oh, my God, no. Yeah, so, but we've been playing for, how long have we been
Well, I mean,
over,
it-
what, Well, we've been playing for 30 some odd years, but as a
Right.
group, over
Together?
10 years.
Almost 10.
Yeah. Yeah. And we still suck.
Are you guys an original band?
No.
No.
Oh,
Because
so, okay, you're a cover band.
Yeah, we're a tribute band. We look like the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
No, you're not a tribute band, but you're a cover
No.
band. You play other people's music.
We're a cover band, yes.
Yes, because the unfortunate part about Syracuse, if you're just starting out in a band, Syracuse is really not an original band town. It used to be.
Huge. Used to be.
And then
I think that's pretty much with anybody these days, any city these days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God Nashville is becoming more popular again. With
Yes.
I know.
original artists.
Everybody we know is moving down there.
Yeah. But
Yes, my daughter included.
Oh.
really?
Okay.
Now, is she in the business as well?
So she actually does sing, but she fell in love, got married, and made me old. She had a granddaughter gave me a granddaughter last
I was
year.
going to say,
We have a
your
baby.
daughter had a granddaughter. Holy cow.
Yeah, she had a daughter.
She skipped a set.
She made me have a granddaughter. I'm saying, wait, I'm not ready yet. But yeah, very cute. So she ended up loving the life of family.
Well, congratulations
Nashville.
to you on your granddaughter.
Yes.
Thank you.
You had.
She's a great singer.
What?
You just had it.
Yeah, my
Grandchild.
daughter just. I have a.
You too. You're in the same boat.
I have a grandson.
Yes.
So you just became a grandpa.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you called grandpa or papa?
Well,
Asshole.
he doesn't talk yet, so
No, but what do you want him to call you?
I don't care. I really
You don't care.
As long
I
as
did. I
Eddie
had
Trunk.
such a thing about that.
Really,
I did not want to be called grandma.
right?
So are you like Mima or Mimi?
So I went Nana,
Okay.
more Nana Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, my
But it
father.
took me a while to get there.
My father. Our kids call him Pa because when my niece was very small, she could never say Grandpa. She always said Pa, and that stuck.
Aw,
That's how my
that's cute. I
my
like
daughter
that.
calls my father Pa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just
I call
stuck.
we grew up calling my dad Papa, and we call him Pop now.
Okay. Oh,
I'm a
here we go.
grand paw to the dogs. So PAW grandpa.
Paws.
That's Hank,
Yep.
my grandson, and my granddaughter
There you go.
Bella. Yes.
Yep.
So you see how we just all aged ourselves right now?
Well, mine are dogs.
Whatever.
So mine are
Okay,
dogs.
me and Jeff just aged ourselves.
That's right.
It's okay.
Sitting here with the old people. That's
all
all right. Me,
I'm still good. I'm still good looking for my age.
I'm 25.
Yes.
At least I think so.
25 with 27 years experience.
I think I'm 25. My body tells me otherwise.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm not ready yet.
So-
I'm still wanting to live I'm
Yes.
still living the dream, and
Yeah.
I have goals still.
Yeah. When I grow up.
Yeah, but you're crushing your goals right now.
Yes.
I think.
Good for you.
Honestly.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do. I'm still working. I'm still trying.
So speaking of dreams,
Oh, here we go.
why don't you ask your typical question?
All right. So, actually, I'm going to twist it a lot.
Here
Is there
we go.
anyone? No.
Uh-oh. This is gonna go over my head probably.
No.
Say it slow.
Is there... Okay.
Don't go too fast.
Is there, with all of your tribute bands, especially the Journey one, have you had any original member see the show?
Oh.
Well,
good
not Kenny
question.
Rogers.
Like, is anybody from
So,
the Journey camp or the
we
Van
have
Halen?
not,
Okay.
but we just played in Hanford, California,
Okay.
and I promoted a show at the Hanford Theater, and that is where Steve Perry is
grew
from.
up. Yep.
Yeah.
And that town is such a fan base of Steve Perry, and they could not thank us enough for bringing our show to their town.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's very
Yes.
cool.
I do believe Neil Sean
Mhm.
has seen our band, our videos. I truly believe this.
Mhm.
Yes.
Very cool.
Who's the biggest? What was your biggest fan person moment that you've had that you're like, wow, I just met this person and I've interacted because of my.
Well, it's funny you brought that up because I get kind of embarrassed in that kind of world being like that. But I do have a story that has nothing to do with music. that
That's okay.
Go ahead.
when I met a celebrity that.
Oh.
Do you remember Red Fox?
I do.
Oh, are you kidding
This
me?
is a
Sanford and
funny
Son?
The
story.
big one.
This is
I hope you didn't
yeah,
meet him
and
in
it's-
Vegas.
I know.
I did.
I saw
did.
his show in Vegas, and that embarrassed
Well,
me.
I didn't see his show, but he was walking out of a casino and he had a bucket of quarters. And I was probably, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. I was young. And I looked and I go, and I went up to him. I don't know what made me do it, but I went up to him and I grabbed his arm and I said, "You're Red Fox. Oh my gosh, you're Red Fox." I was so excited to see Red Fox. I have no idea why. And he just looked at me and he thought I was strange and kind of laughed. And then about 3 years later, he shows up at the LA Sports Arena for a big boxing match that I was working. And he shows up with this woman, beautiful Asian lady, and she was probably almost 7 feet tall, and he's like, 5'4" or something.
Right.
He was very short. And I couldn't help but go up to him again and tell him,
Do you remember
I
me?
said,
You're still
"You're
Red
Red
Fox.
Fox. Do you remember me? I'm the girl that grabbed your arm in front of the casino when you were holding your quarters." And again, he looked at me like I was some crazy. And I said, "Oh my God, I'll never do that again. I swear I'll never do that again." Anyway, it's a funny story.
That's funny. I like that.
That's all right, because we had, you're going to feel good about yourself because,
Are you talking about
Yes.
the G string?
yes. So we have
Not in the sense of
no. So
Yeah.
our guest a couple shows ago, was Ashley Reeve, and Ashley is the bass player for Cher. And
Okay.
who is her idol?
Les Claypool,
So Les Claypool, bass player.
bass player for Primus.
So
Another bass player.
yes,
Yep.
so she gets this bracelet, and it was made out of one of his bass strings, and she's
Oh.
matching up the string to figure out which one it was, and it happened to be
The G string.
the G string.
Yep.
So she
Okay.
finally gets her moment to shake his hand and introduce herself. And I'm a bass player too, and blah. And
Yep.
she says, "Hey, I've got your G string,"
Right.
and that's
And
as
she
far-
shows-
and she like freezes and shows him the thing, and he goes,
He goes, "Well, moving on."
"Moving on," and just blows her off.
Yep.
And she's like, "Someday I want to redeem myself."
Yep.
And I'm like, "You're playing for Cher. You are in
That is too
Cher's
funny.
camp.
I think you've redeemed yourself.
She toured with Filter. She was with Adam Lambert. She was with CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
That is
you've
too funny. That's
you've
a good
made
story.
it,
Yeah.
But so there
Yeah.
you go.
That was
I love it.
Yeah,
love
I'm wearing your G
I'm
string.
wearing your G string.
Moving along.
Yep.
So we all have those moments.
We do.
Yes.
But I've been very lucky in this music world to have met several people, that we all look up to in bands,
Who was one of yours?
So
Who was one
What's
of
that?
your? Who was one of yours?
People you looked up to.
People you looked up to that you met.
I don't know if I myself look up to them more than more like I see a musician looking up to these people.
Okay.
I just look at it as, oh my God, I loved your songs, from back then or something
Sure.
like that, oh God, I don't know. There's a few of them. They're just,
I mean,
never mind.
we've been around this stuff our whole lives, and I still geek out a little bit. And this was my first NAMM this year, and I'm walking around like,
NAMM embarrasses me. I have a problem with, I don't know. I've been in NAMM a couple of times
Mhm.
and it has changed a lot. But let's go back about 15 years.
Okay.
The lines, the people would, okay, first of all, I'm used to conventions because my parents owned Army Navy store. It was very popular back in the day.
Mhm.
And they would go to these conventions in Vegas to go buy their product. Well, that's the way NAMM was supposed to be,
Right.
to sell their product, and they use celebrities to sponsor their products, right?
Right.
And about 15 years ago, I remember seeing all these people waiting in these long lines. I'm like, what are they doing? And they were just gushing to go get the autograph and the signature. And I was embarrassed. I saw people that I knew walking in the NAMM show with luggage, and they called it the beer luggage or beer chuggalugga or something. Chuggalugga. And I was like embarrassed. I just was embarrassed. I tried it one more time. I said, I'd rather go out and have nice lunch with everybody and sit around the table and talk.
Right.
And go,
Yeah.
I'm not a musician, and I think you need to be a musician probably in that world. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just a big geek. I mean, some of the people I saw, I was like, this is.
Well, you guys are all networking. It's a great place to network too.
No,
really
we picked up so many artists for the show from there.
Yeah.
And got to meet up with people like Marco that he'd already done the show.
He loves NAMM. Oh. He loves that thing. Yes.
And I'll say this, and I said it on the last show we were talking about Marco. He will sit there until the lights go off if there's somebody waiting to talk to him. He does not turn away from anybody. He is a true gentleman, and he gives back.
Either.
Yeah. Just great guy.
Yes, he is very good to people. Yes.
Yeah. He.
And I'm telling you right now, nobody ever better do wrong to that person ever.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
God, no.
No.
There's people in this business that are horrible. Believe me when I tell you.
I hear he's got He's got a rock star, tough ass manager
People should
now.
treat that man with nothing but respect, and he deserves the best from these venues.
Yeah.
These venues should treat him like gold.
Yeah. Yeah, he should.
I'll agree.
Yeah, he's got a great. Yeah. He's got a great album. We're gonna promote that.
Yes.
Yes.
New direction.
New direction.
Is he the only?
Oh, excuse me. I like to say one thing.
Go ahead.
On that album, New Directions, he has a song, "Shooting for the Stars."
Yes.
Yes.
Do you ever just sit and listen to those lyrics?
I haven't really.
What a great.
Yes.
You should.
I've heard the song, but I just haven't sat and absorbed it.
It is such a great song for young people to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a man that's singing, still shooting for the stars. Your whole life, you're still reaching for your goals. If you stop having your goals in life, then that means you really kind of stop living. You really should. Your brain should be going and creating. Yeah. We're all creative beings,
Right.
And anyway, it's such an inspirational song. I really love it. I had it for the Good, the Band, the Ugly today for a promo. And for some reason, Facebook took it off my stories. I don't know why.
Copyright infringement.
I say copyright infringement, probably.
But I use it. Facebook's strange in their stories. I don't get that.
Yeah, their algorithm sucks.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a great song.
That's awesome. Maybe he should do that with the School of Rock. I
told him. I said that is a great song to be in the schools. I told him that.
The School of we have. And Jeff doesn't even know this yet, but we just booked the COO.
Oh, for the School of Rock.
Of the School of Rock, yes. That Eva Gardner.
Oh yes.
Passed on to us. Mm-hmm. So Stacy Ryan from the School of Rock, who's she runs it, all of them. Yeah. She will be on the show in a couple weeks. So that's pretty cool. So, and that would be a perfect song for Marco to get involved with for the School of Rock.
Yes.
And let them learn his song and play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean,
his songs are pretty much all of them have a story, a good vibe to it.
Yeah. Well,
in my opinion,
look at the trials and tribulations the guy's gone through in life and made it out the other side, still standing strong. And God bless him for doing that.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
There's got to be something that's happened throughout your corral of artists that has just gone completely haywire. That's been a big ha-ha blooper moment that you can share with us.
Oh, for a fun moment, yes, I do. So the Journey Band was playing at the Saboba Casino about a year ago. And as you know, Jeff gets really into his guitar solos. And he has the crowd just memorized watching him. And he just took a swing back with his head, and it was the first time in all ever. The wig he was wearing.
Oh, no.
Flying. And he had the net. He was wearing the net underneath it. And I just went, oh, my God. This guy did not miss a beat. This guy ripped it, and that crowd got up and gave him. About 1,000 people stood up and gave that man a standing ovation. It was just a great moment to see as I'm laughing with tears.
Right.
But this guy did not let that stop him. And I just saw that recently happen to somebody else, and they stopped. And
Really?
they try to get their, and then, correct the manner.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
No.
Keep going.
Just embrace it.
Keep going. Let it happen.
Right.
Let it
Yes.
go. Yes.
See? There you go.
The guy tried to put, one of the people tried to put the wig on him, and he went like that. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't get near me.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Must have been Paul
So it
Stanley.
was funny when it happened, though. I laughed. Was that not funny for you?
That
No.
was very,
Yes, that is funny.
that is very funny.
It is very
That
funny.
was a funny moment.
You know who I'd like to see that happen?
Here we go.
Steel Panther.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of those guys have the wigs.
I know.
Just saying. Not all of them, but
Nope.
some of them.
You're right.
That would be kind of
My
funny.
son's
It would
Keelan
be.
with those friends with those people too.
I'm sorry?
My son Keelan is friends with those people.
Great
Oh.
guys.
Out there. Yeah.
I absolutely, well, because I'm a twisted sort, and I love all those lyrics that they, you can't even say
you
any of them.
can't.
I
Well,
mean,
some of them
No.
are just way for me.
yeah, no.
I'm more of a shy kind of person, so some of those lyrics I'm looking at my son. I'm like, you actually listen to that? I'm like, oh my god,
Yes.
my poor ears.
Give a shout out to your son's
Yes.
band right now, because
Oh,
we talked before we started rolling, and we want to make sure that we promote your son's.
so it's a fantastic, brand new, energetic, very lively Rolling Stones tribute, and they are called the Midnight Ramblers from Hollywood, California. And they just did a show at the Lucky Strike in Hollywood, and they wanted them back that night. They said, we want you back, and we're booking them a show right now. And they were just, the energy of that room and the band is fantastic. They're young, which I think a lot of the younger people like too that were there, that
Right.
it was a younger band for them, but they're still sharing our music for the new generation.
So
become new fans of.
what part does your son play?
He is the lead singer. He's
Oh.
he had a jumpsuit, very sexy, made for him from one of his girlfriends out there, sewed it up for him, and
So
he's
he's
doing the part.
the young
Now,
Mick Jagger.
they will not wear wigs for me. Now,
Oh, they
we
won't?
did have a little, no.
Oh
little
boy.
So we've
kerfuffle.
had some mother and son moments.
Okay.
He's not getting
Okay.
he's not getting collagen in his lips to get them all puffed up.
No,
no. Okay.
thank God. I would never want anyone to go that
That's
far.
going a little
Right.
too far. Yeah.
It
When
is.
people do that, okay, that's their thing. They could do what they want, but I would never in a million years tell people they would need to put needle to look like somebody. Never
Yeah.
do
Right.
that. No. As long as you try to look the part to give that slight image. I'm fine. You
Yeah.
don't have to look 100%, but if you do, fantastic. Like you said, Kenny Rogers.
Meatloaf.
That's all you.
I can get a wig, and I'll
You could.
sweat. I'll sweat profusely.
Yes.
We do.
Who are you going to be?
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Oh no. I know.
It's like, oh
And there's
no.
plenty of meatloaf out there.
Don't let your meatloaf.
I don't think we need another piece of meatloaf.
Another piece of meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Don't let your meatloaf,
Right.
Jeff.
Do not let your meatloaf.
No.
Okay.
Unless you're coming with mashed potatoes, maybe we could change up the
That's Jeff's nickname.
a little bit.
That's Jeff's nickname. It's going to be mashed potatoes. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato.
Graham.
That was it corny?
A little bit.
A little corny.
Little corny.
See what I did there?
I do.
Easy biscuit.
Yeah, you're going to KFC later. I can
Yeah.
feel it coming.
I know. What time do they close?
So I do just have one thing to say too
Please.
Yes.
on this serious end. Not to go into details or anything, but I find it very important. Do not get sucked in to believing somebody's story. Do your homework about people wanting to work with you and stuff. Make sure you know who you're working with, because there's a lot of con people in this music
Yes.
world. And it's very important. If you think somebody's friends with them, don't assume it.
Yeah.
Call up your friend and say, are you friends with this person, or are you just acquaintances? Really get to know who you're working with before you have somebody be your manager. I truly believe also as a manager, if you have a husband or a wife that you trust, use them. Seriously. Try
Yeah.
to use them
Yeah.
before you go reaching out.
It
Because,
worked for John Lennon.
yeah, it works for a lot of people.
It does.
Because you'd be surprised. I know this business very well, and I know a lot of people and almost everybody has been screwed. because of a bad manager or a bad booking agent telling you he knows everybody and they know nobody.
Right.
But they have you believing they know everybody.
Food
I
for
get
thought.
it. Yep.
Very good food for thought.
Yes.
Okay. So, my question is, you've got stuff coming around here. You mentioned the festival in Niagara Falls. Do you have a date on
Yes,
that?
the city of Niagara
Do you have a date?
at the Veterans Memorial Park.
Do you have a date for that?
Yes, July 8th. When we played there a couple years ago, I am not lying. We drove into this long driveway, and I thought we were at Woodstock.
Oh,
We just
okay.
kept driving in the cars. I couldn't believe the people that came out for this show. It was unbelievable. It was the biggest show. It was fantastic.
July 8th.
I have to look at my calendar to see if we have anything going on July 8th, because I think that is one of our pilgrimages this year.
That show was fantastic. It's fun.
Now that's the Journey
That's a Monday.
and Peter Frampton?
Yeah, it was a Monday when we played, and you guys had a thunderstorm that was supposed to roll through, and they canceled the show, and they gave us a free vacation basically for 4 or 5 nights out there for that show.
Jeez.
How terrible is that?
I know. That's awful.
Yeah. It ended up being wonderful.
How many? So is it just the one band?
Well,
or-
so when we played there the last time, they had a local tribute open up for them, and
Okay.
I have no clue who that. I really wished I didn't book this one show; somebody else did, and I really wish they would have brought on our Peter Frampton, because
Right.
that would have been, the people would have loved it.
A fantastic double
It's too
bill.
bad
Well,
I
especially
still
if
might
you're-
even actually try to find out who that person is to actually book that show and see if we could squeeze them in, because I think it's worth the crowd to see them play.
definitely. Well, we're still trying to help you find another.
To go get that connecting show, that routing show.
Yes, the one between here and you have another one
There
in
or
New
New
York.
We could go out Friday to New Jersey and Saturday to middle of New York to there.
I like the
Because that's
sound
not
of
till
middle.
Monday, like you said.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We need to have more conversations
Yes.
away from this wonderful
Yeah.
podcast. Well, we blinked.
Yeah.
We blinked and it's an hour. This is like we needed 5 more of these to have this conversation could keep going. And then believe
Oh
me,
yeah, we just started.
yes. And I think you're right. I think we need to have this be a regular thing. So don't hang up the thing here when we roll our music and everything, because we're going to come back to you and finish some of this conversation.
Yeah. We usually do like a small
Wrap up.
wrap up at the end.
Okay, very cool.
Did you have fun?
I did. You guys are very nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Thank
you guys
you.
having
Yes,
me.
Jeff.
Really
Well, you
do.
gave Jeff
Thank
2
you.
compliments, and so that's 2
Well,
more than
I
he's
think
ever
you're
gotten.
You're a handsome young fella too.
Well, she said young.
She has something to do. She has something about mullets. It must be the mullet.
Yeah.
I see you're wearing Sturgis. You guys, is that Sturgis? Am
Yes.
I reading that right?
Yes.
You
Or
are.
Sturgis.
Sturgis, yes.
Yeah. You guys into the Harley thing?
I am.
So
He's
do you? Gilby Clark usually performs there.
Yes.
You know Gilby?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Used to be
Yeah, I
with
know
Guns
he's
N'
quite
Roses.
young.
Yes. Yes. Our friends from Count 77
Oh yeah.
play
Oh, we're playing
Vamp.
Count Vamped in July with our Journey show.
There you go. So Jeff Totoro
Yep. Let's just say where's
is the
Jeff?
drum. If we say his name more than 3 times, he shows up on the
like-
show somehow. It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
funny.
so Jeff is the drummer for the Count, and we've had Jeff on. We've had
Stony Curtis.
Stony Curtis.
You almost said
I almost said Stormy.
again.
I almost said
I had
Stormy
Stoney open up for our Eric Sardinas and Marco Mendoza show.
Okay.
Curtis. Another.
Vegas.
Just
Yep.
what a gentleman.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's just
Oh,
a great
good.
guy.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
have not met them in person, but they did open up for my show that I booked.
well, you need to meet them in person. You need to meet Jeff Totoro, the
Oh, for
drummer.
sure.
Jeff's with
100 bands.
100 bands. Elliot waits for
Yeah.
no one. That album's coming out. We
Yes.
have to mention that because he's excited about that. He's the drummer for the Blue Man Group.
Yep.
Been there for 30 years.
Oh,
He's
really?
also- oh, yes.
In Vegas, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. And also with Count 77.
Yep.
So,
Very cool.
So our shout out to Jeff and everybody over in the
We love you, pal.
Vamped
Vamp
Vamp Camp.
Yes.
camp.
Yes.
It's a fun bar. We played there years ago when I used to have another band, and it was the way they decorated that place is so fun.
Yes. We can't wait to hang out over there. So everybody that's out that way, we're giving a shout out to, and we want to bring more of your stuff out here. So we're excited
Thank
to have you.
Yes.
So we're gonna wrap up.
We
You
are.
stick around and let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah. The music's working this week.
Awesome.
You've been listening to The Good,
The band.
The Ugly. I'm Big Papa.
And I'm Jeff, and that
that's-
is...
Go ahead. Shut up, Alex.
Couldn't do that again.
No, we couldn't. We want to thank Ox Medical Supply, Sharky's Event Center,
DJ Life's a Beach, Good Nature Brewery,
Uncle Jimmy's Local Live Music at the Pridgestomp Underground,
Snarky Productions, and the
Toffee Break Toffee. But don't forget Ultimate Ears.
Yes.
Ultimate Ears
You can hear your own tears.
with Ultimate Ears.
Right.
What do we tell everybody, Jeff?
Stop hating.
Be good to each other.
Be good to each other.
Don't be dicks. Later, everybody.
See ya.
Don't you do it.
Recording stopped.
You're such a dick.
Recording stopped.